What a beautiful sea of bass fishing freaks. I love each and every one of you. Of course, you're fishing freaks. You live right here in Okeechobee, Florida. This is a bucket list destination. Let me hear it from you, ladies and gentlemen. Excited to start this weigh-in. Who was here yesterday at the weigh-in? Who was not here yesterday at the weigh-in? You really should have been here. It was awesome. We made history yesterday. We had two different records get shattered yesterday. The biggest individual bass ever weighed in Elite Series history here in Lake Okeechobee. 11 pounds, 8 ounces yesterday by David Gaston. How about that? As if that wasn't enough. On top of that, the biggest 5 fish ever weighed in the Elite Series on Lake Okeechobee. Previous to this, that record was being held by Ish Monroe, 34 pounds and 5 ounces. Not anymore. Brandon Palaniuk yesterday weighed in 34 pounds and 10 ounces. Let's hear it for him. He is leading this tournament and right now in jeopardy of destroying the weigh-in, but he really doesn't care. We're going to have a fun weigh-in. We got 50 anglers remaining in our field. Top 10 will go out tomorrow, so stick around to the very end of the weigh-in because we will introduce the top 10 anglers, bring them up here on the stage, and at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, they will all leave here, head out on the water to do battle on one of the most fabled fisheries on earth, Lake Okeechobee, and we will crown our second Elite Series champion of 2025 right here in Okeechobee, Florida, to kick off the second event of the Elite Series and to kick off our 2025 Progressive Bassmaster Elite Series right here in the beautiful Sunshine State of Florida. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? All right, we're going to have our weigh-in here in just a few minutes. We're going to bring out, before we ever do anything, I need you guys to make lots and lots of noise. You guys have been to weigh-ins before. You know when I spin this towel, I need you to get real, real loud. So let's try that right now. Okeechobee, Florida. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's pretty good. I'll be honest, though. We were in Palaniuk, Florida last weekend, and I don't know if they were a lot louder than you guys. You're not going to let that happen. You guys have the record again, once again, the most amount of golf carts we've ever had at a weigh-in. So let's hear it for our golf carters. Somebody's going to have to drive them home because looks to things, not all of them are going to be driving home, hopefully. On the count of 3, I need absolute insanity. 1, 2, 3. It starts strong, but it peters quick, I'll be honest. But I know you're going to make some noise. Let's bring out our tournament director. Can you get loud for LT, Lisa Talmadge? Lisa, I'll let you set up the scales, and we will get ready to start this way. And as I said, we started this tournament with 102 anglers. 50 anglers went out today. The goal is to figure out who our top 10 is, who's fishing Championship Sunday for the second time in 2025. This is the Champion Power Equipment Bassmaster Elite. If you're excited that the Elite Series is here, let's hear it for Champion Power Equipment, ladies and gentlemen. Lisa's ready. Are you guys ready? No. This is my second favorite day of the week. This is semifinal Saturday. Are you ready? Let's get ready to web our very first angler, a 4-time Bassmaster winner, a 2-time Classic champion from Maiden, North Carolina. Let me hear it for Hank Cherry. Hank Cherry had 32 pounds and 3 ounces. 5 fish here today. 5 fish for 14 pounds, 3 ounces, gives him 46 pounds and 6 ounces. He moves into third place currently, digging deep in that Crush City weigh-in bank. Let me hear it for Hank Cherry, a 2-time Bassmaster Classic champion with 46 pounds and 6 ounces. We're going to weigh that one for Phoenix Boat's Big Bass of the day. Obviously not going to take it over for the tournament, David Gaston with that 11.8, but that a 5.5. And a good fish and went a long way in your limit, and you're going to leave here with a good payday, Hank.
Yeah, it was a good time. Anytime you get to fish on Saturday, since I suck so bad at Palaniuk, this is kind of special. I don't know really what I was doing, if you want to know the truth. First day I caught him on a bass motor swim jig. Second day I caught him on a frog. They bite neither today, so I decided to pick up a spook, and I popped in one of my fully loaded nootropic alpha patches, got to thinking, I was like, well, I got to go back through. We've had all those bites because me and Lowen pretty much destroyed one bank. And in about a 12-minute span, I had some bad lows and then one high. I caught that big one. I lost two other ones. I had one in my hand. He came off. Bait just popped out. There's nothing you can do about it. But that's fishing. Hey, this is an awesome crowd. All my veterans out there, thank you for your service. You know, the first responders, everybody that you guys, you don't get the credit you deserve. You know, we go across the country chasing fish in this made-up job called bass fishing. And you guys go out, put your life on the line, and do it all for us in our country. You're not really appreciated, but I'm here to tell you right now, thank you for your service. It means more than you ever know, and hopefully we'll see you again.
Great words. He's a former collegiate champion and Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Tennessee, Jacob Fouts. Jacob Fouts, hot off his breakout season on the Elite Series, and look out, might get inside our top 10 at 32-12. 5 fish here today. 17 pounds, 7 ounces. He moves all the way up to second place with 50 pounds and 3 ounces. Just 7 pounds, 15 ounces short of the overall lead. But Jacob Fouts might be fishing with us on Championship Sunday. 50 pounds, 3 ounces, so a good day here today. I mean, we're all still a little numb from a couple of the bags we saw weighed in yesterday. But you might be fishing on Championship Sunday, and that's always a good thing.
Yeah, that's always the goal coming into the week is make it to Sunday. Can't have a chance to win if you don't make it to Sunday. So probably not going to have a chance to win with as good as these guys are catching them towards the top. But I'll be happy just to make it in the top 10. You know, it's been a fun week. This place is fishing pretty good. So we're going to go backstage here and sweat it out and see what happens.
Find out at the end of our way and hopefully bring you out with our top 10. How about we bring out the 2013 Bassmaster Classic champion from Petal, Mississippi, Game Face Cliff Pace. Cliff Pace back on the Bassmaster Elite Series, and we're sure happy to have him. Had 31 pounds, 13 ounces at the start of the day. Today, a big bag of fish here today. 5 fish. Can we get him into his first Championship Sunday? His return to the Elite Series, 16 pounds, 13 ounces, puts him in third place with 48 pounds and 10 ounces. Digging deep in that Crush City weigh-in bag as he holds them high. Let's hear it for Skeeter Yamaha Pro, Cliff Pace. 48 pounds and 10 ounces, sitting in third place, Cliff. So going to have a shot at that top 10. We'll see how it all shakes out here.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll be enough or not, but if I could go tomorrow, I would like the opportunity. We're supposed to finally have some weather tomorrow. You know, this is cool. I haven't got to do this for like 5 years, and there's people here. It's different. So thank y'all all for coming out. You know, y'all are one of the biggest reasons that I made the choice to come back to where I started. It was a lot of reasons, but the fan base is absolutely a big part of it. And it's awesome to come here to Okeechobee and see all of y'all show up and support the Elite Series. And y'all are what makes it what it is. So thank y'all.
Great words, and they truly are. A 2-time Bassmaster Classic champion, a 6-time Classic qualifier from Coleman, Alabama, Jordan Lee. Jordan Lee had 29 pounds and 9 ounces as of 2 days of competition. 5 fish to add to that here today. A good day of Lake Okeechobee fishing. 5 fish for Jordan Lee. 19 pounds, 2 ounces. He moves into third place with 48 pounds, 11 ounces. 48-11. And Jordan Lee sitting in third place right now. Not bad. That looks like a fun day.
It was a lot of fun. You know, all week I didn't really have much going on the lake, so I stuck in the river in here, and I hadn't got to really fish early in the last 2 days, and this morning I got off to a really good start. I was catching them on a bladed jig, and I think the birds started showing up too this morning. Water temp was warming up. I think there was a little bit of a shad spawn going on, so that really got the day going good. And it slowed down. I had about 17 pounds slow down. I was like, man, I need to go out there to the lake and try to find a big one. And went out there and picked up a Berkeley Swamp Lord, one of my favorite baits to throw down here in Florida. And ended up catching one of my bigger fish on it. Only had a couple bites out there, but, you know, that's how Okeechobee's fish right now. You have to do probably a couple different things, or at least I did this week. So that was a lot of fun mixing it up. I want to thank my wife, Kristen. She's been cooking the last 2 weeks, and I know she's tired of it, but I don't think I would have made it without her the last couple of weeks. So I really appreciate her and, all the companies that support me, Ranger Boats, Yamaha. I've been running Monster Marine lithium batteries for several years now, and just burning down the bank. You don't have to worry about, your batteries going dead. And those 36-volt lithiums, I would highly recommend it if you're, like to fish on your trolling motor a lot and get a higher amp hour. But, great week this week. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but had a lot of fun out there.
Congrats on a great week. We'll find out at the end of our weigh-in. He's a former collegiate champion. He's an Elite Series champion. Hot off a top 10 last week from Union City, Tennessee, John Garrett. Oh, boy. The Day 3 Demon. He did it last week on the St. Johns River and might have just done it here again this week. He's got 5 fish, needs 25.3 to take the lead. 23 pounds, 3 ounces. He moves into second place with 56 pounds and 2 ounces. And John Garrett with his Day 3 rallies. Look out. Had a big week last week on the St. Johns River. 31 pounds on Day 3 and backs it up here a week later with 23 pounds, 3 ounces. And that should be enough to get him inside the top 10. Going to weigh that for Phoenix Boats Big Bass, 7 pounds, 5 ounces. You take that over for the day. And, man, Day 3s and you seem to work together pretty good.
If we could start on Day 3 every time, that would be perfect. Man, today just went flawlessly. I mean, I didn't catch a lot of fish. I pulled in the area I was fishing and just caught the right ones. And then it just ended quick. I think that west wind really pulled a lot of water out of my area. But I want to give a shout out to one of my good friends, Cody Huff. We've been fishing together since we've been in college, and I had an absolutely awful practice. And then the night before the tournament, he's like, hey, man, he's like, I know you don't have much to go on. He's like, I got an area here that I got a few bites in. You're welcome to it. And that happened in that area. So without Cody helping me out this week, I would not be in this position. Let's give him a hand. I mean, that's just awesome. This crowd's awesome. Okeechobee's showing out this week. Weather's great. Fishing's great. A lot of big fish being caught. Man, hopefully get to go fishing tomorrow, and we're looking forward to it.
Find out here quickly. Congrats on another great event. A 3-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Old Bob Downey. Old Bob had 33 pounds and 12 ounces. After 2 days of competition, 5 fish here today. 5 fish for 17 pounds, 11 ounces. He moves into third place with 51 pounds and 7 ounces. So another good finish here in the Sunshine State for Bob Downey. Florida's been good to him over the years. 51 pounds, 7 ounces, sitting in third place. So you got to be happy with this one.
Yeah, super happy with the week. We'll see if I get to go tomorrow or not. I'd love to go. But if not, it's been an awesome week here. Got some good points back after a not so great week at St. John's. And just want to give a shout out to my wife and little man back home. I miss you guys a lot and can't wait to get home to see you. Might be in a couple days, might be in 3 days. We'll see how this whole thing shakes out today. But thanks to everybody. This is a great crowd. I'm really loving this lake, getting to fish how I like to fish back home, just shallow, winding a swim jig and flipping. It's been a lot of fun. Appreciate it.
Always fun to have you here. He weighed in the biggest bass that we've ever seen on the Elite Series in Lake Okeechobee. Get loud from Alabama, David Gaston. 11 pounds, 8 ounces yesterday. I would say he is our Phoenix Boats Big Bass champion of this event, but a good day today. Looking for 19.9 to take the lead. 21 pounds, 10 ounces. With 60 pounds and 3 ounces, David Gaston moves into the lead. Here at the Champion Power Equipment Bassmaster Elite on Lake Okeechobee. Get loud for David Gaston. 60 pounds and 3 ounces, and those were 2 nice ones, but I feel like you're probably a little spoiled from what you held up here yesterday.
Yeah. You know, it was really weird because you'd lean into him and it's like a 4-pounder. He's like, no, it's not a big one. But, it felt like one at the time. So, I don't know. I never had a big bite today. I mean, it's the best day I've had as far as quality across the board. Never really got a huge bite, so hopefully I can figure something out tomorrow. But I really missed that big fish already. I think we should have held on to it a little bit longer yesterday.
I totally agree. Well, good news is you're probably going fishing tomorrow. Let's hear it for your tournament leader, David Gaston. Hot off a top 10 last week, a 3-time Classic qualifier from North Carolina. Let me hear it for Jake Whitaker. Had a top 10 last week on the St. Johns River in beautiful Palatka, Florida. Had 31 pounds, 3 ounces after 2 days. 5 fish to add to that here today. 12 pounds and an ounce. Puts him in 10th place currently. So not going to make the top 10 this time around, but a great Florida swing.
Man, Florida's been really, really good to me in years past, and it was good for me this week, these last 2 weeks. But, I had a lot of fun this week. Caught all my fish this week on a frog and a wacky rig, and just doing stuff that I like to do. But, I got in trouble yesterday back home for not saying hey to my little girl. So I want to say hey to my little girl and wife back home watching. Going to hit the road in the morning, get back home. Can't wait to see them. But appreciate everything. You guys are awesome. We'll see y'all next time.
Always great to have you here. Safe travels. He is the youngest Elite Series champion in history from Illinois, Trey McKinney. Had 35 pounds and 7 ounces to start the day today. 5 fish to add to that for Trey McKinney. A member of the Bassmaster Century Club. Got that via his win on Lake Fork. 13 pounds, 12 ounces. Gives him 49 pounds and 3 ounces. And he moves into 6th place currently. Let me hear it for Trey McKinney. 49.3, sitting in 6th place, and some great points out of this one.
Absolutely. Today was kind of one of them days I really didn't know what to do. I'm running out of fish, but I was like, if I can grind it out one day, get enough bites to make it in the top 10 tomorrow, we're just going to put a flipping stick in our hand, do what we like, and just see if we can get 5 bites. So hopefully, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be Bubble Boy, but we'll see and see if we make it. If not, we'll come back and be on about Bass Live.
Keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully you slide in there. We'll find out at the end of our weigh-in. All the way from California, he's a Bassmaster Classic qualifier. Let me hear it for Bryant Smith. 29 pounds and 10 ounces to start the day today. 5 fish to add to that here today. Semi-final Saturday, Champion Power Equipment, Bassmaster Elite, 15 pounds, 8 ounces. He moves into 11th place with 45 pounds and 2 ounces, so not going to be fishing on Championship Sunday, but some good Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year points for the West Coast Pro. 45 pounds, 2 ounces, sitting in 11th place, so leaving Florida with a great points and a good payday.
Yeah, getting 2 cuts in Florida, that's always the goal, and that's not an easy thing to do. I got really fortunate this week that I finally slowed down and actually fished for my fish. So I fished over them the first day. That 8 pounds just killed me, but I'm happy to be here, happy to actually be on the right side of the cut at Okeechobee, because last time I missed it, and that was not fun for my first event. But I appreciate everybody coming out, man. This is an awesome crowd. That's 2 great crowds here in Florida, so I can't wait to come back, and thank you all.
Florida always shows out, and we look forward to seeing you at the next one. He's loving his time in Florida. Hot off a win last week. 2-time Elite Series champion from Brookville, Indiana, Dollar Bill Lowen. 29 pounds, 15 ounces. 5 fish to add to that here today. He said a bag of peanuts, but it's more than that. 11 pounds, 3 ounces. Gives him 41 pounds, 2 ounces. And a great Florida swing for Dollar Bill. His 2nd Elite Series win. And some great points here on Okeechobee. 41 pounds, 2 ounces. Puts you in 13th place. And, man, you're going to roll out of Florida with a big smile on your face and a trophy as your co-pilot.
Yeah, I'm still kind of in shock. Really don't know what to say. It's after coming off of last year being my worst year ever, to have a year start out like this, I'm just truly blessed. I mean, that's all I can say. Still kind of unbelievable that it went down the way that it did, and to come here and have a horrible practice and still be able to get out of here in one piece. Yeah, it's nothing but a miracle. But I want to thank you all for coming out. Like I said, I'm still kind of speechless on all of it. Got to thank everybody that's responsible for me being up here. Got to thank all the fans, my family, friends, all the support I had last week and this week. It's been overwhelming. If I didn't answer back any of your messages, I apologize. Tried to answer all of them, but hey, look, we're going to hook that Yamaha and that Express up, and we're going to head off to the next one.
Great swing here in Florida.
Oh, yeah. Hey, almost forgot. You know, over at the last event, we give every kid in the audience a Bassmaster membership. And any day I fish on Saturday, for those of you that don't know, I pick a kid out of the crowd and give him a Bassmaster membership. And I see a little kid down here, looks like he's sleeping. Are you awake, little buddy? Huh? Hey, we're going to give you a Bassmaster membership. How about that? Awesome. You know, all I wanted to do was fish professionally when I was his age, and Bassmaster Magazine to help you do that. So see my wife, we'll get you taken care of, and like I said, appreciate you all coming out.
I'll be honest, the dad looks a lot more excited than the kid. Sorry. He is a two-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, the only Elite Series angler from Maine, the main event, Tyler Williams. Tyler Williams had 31 pounds and 5 ounces to start the day today. 5 fish to add to that before he heads to his next Bassmaster Classic, the second in his career. 16 pounds, 9 ounces puts him in 10th place currently with 47 pounds and 14 ounces. His next Bassmaster event is going to be the Bassmaster Classic in beautiful Fort Worth, Texas in just a few weeks' time. 47-14, so another good week here on the Elite Series.
Yeah, it made up for last week, evened out the points a little bit. I'm excited for it. I mean, the way my practice went, and then looking at the schedule, I'm like, Okeechobee is one of my most feared lakes, and to come here and do well on it my first time, I'm excited.
Great finish, and your next Bassmaster event is the Classic, so.
Getting ready. I can't wait. It's going to be a big one.
All right, I will see you there. Sounds excited. He's a 2-time Elite Series champion from Japan. Get loud for Kyoya Fujita. Oh boy, good day at the office for Kyoya. Had 29 pounds, 15 ounces. A big bag of fish here, ladies and gentlemen. Needs a monster bag. Needs 30 pounds, 5 ounces to take the lead, but let's get him inside the top 10. 25 pounds, 13 ounces, 25-13. And Kyoya rockets all the way up into 4th place with 55 pounds and 12 ounces. Okeechobee, Florida. Let me hear it for Kyoya Fujita. $25 pounds, 13 ounces, giving him 55-12, and Kyoya might be fishing tomorrow.
Yeah, what a day. So great day. Today is changed planning, change canal, only big fish game. So 5 big fish. I catch the 5 big fish. Yeah.
Can you catch 5 more tomorrow?
Well, maybe. So today, all fish. So difficult. Tomorrow, maybe. Yeah.
We will find out.
Yeah. I tried big fish tomorrow.
I would love to see it. Let's hear it for Kyoya Fujita. He's the reigning and defending progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year from Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, Chris Johnston. Had 29 pounds and 11 ounces to start the day today. 5 fish to add to that. 9 pounds, 7 ounces puts him in 17th place with 39 pounds and 2 ounces. And going to call an end to your tournament and qualifies you to head home and shovel snow for a week or 2 before we head to the Classic.
Yeah, I get to go home, shovel snow, get put to work, and then I'll be sick of that and go drive back to Texas. I was just joking. We're full-time truck drivers, part-time fishermen, but we get to do what we love and have fun, so we can't complain. But I don't know, Okeechobee out there is tough. I fish in a lake every day, and fish in an area where the fish should be coming. And there's good water, there's eelgrass, there's everything they want for spawn, and I think the lake's dropping a little bit, and it's just holding them back. So I kept hoping they were going to come, and it never happened. But that's all right. I got some gas money. I'll be able to make it home and head to the Classic in a week.
Looking forward to seeing you there. Safe travels. He's a 5-time Bassmaster winner from Somerville, South Carolina, Patrick Walters.
Woo! Don't hurt yourself, Mr. That's it. That's it.
29 pounds and 9 ounces.
I'm happy about this bag.
You're happy? 29 pounds, 9 ounces. Start today. 5 fish here today. 6 pounds and 9 ounces. So, I mean, the woo was a little smaller than normal, but it was probably appropriate, I would say. He's proud. He's not a proud man. He's going to hold him up, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Wow. Looks like you just held up to Billy the Bass. I mean, the automated singing bass.
I think I did, yeah. That one of those might have been my big one. You know, when you come to Florida, I went swinging today. I went looking. I tried to cover a bunch of water, power fished, find a new area where those fish were at. Because the lake's been dropping, the fish moved. They've moved a bunch. I did not find them today. And that's how it goes. Scratched me out of limit. But I had a good time in Florida. Caught a bunch of fish for the last 2 weeks. Enjoyed the sunshine. I got sunburnt. Shout out to all my friends and family, my wife back at home with her son Shep, my mother-in-law, my grandma. Everybody makes this count. Ben at Yamaha now, he's new to the team. Everybody give him a warm welcome. But it's been a good 2 weeks. You know, we got a check. Now it's take this baby home to South Carolina. I got a tournament starting tomorrow, a practice, so it's keep the momentum going.
Keep it rolling. Look forward to seeing you at the Classic. He's a 6-time Classic qualifier from Arkansas, Elite Series champion Stetson Blaylock. 30 pounds and 2 ounces to start the day today. 5 fish to add to that for Stetson Blaylock here on stop number 2 of 2025. 13-1 puts him in 15th place with 43 pounds and 3 ounces. He's going to hold one high to give you a picture before he hits the road. A good payday here in Okeechobee, Florida, and some very valuable Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year points. So a better one than last week. I mean, you're going in the right direction for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a hard start to the year, and you know, I didn't do anything different here. I had the same mindset. I went out there and worked hard and practiced. But what got me was those couple big bites I had on day one, and that's typical Florida. You know, the place is full of them, but if you can just have one big day, it can carry you a long ways. But, yeah, next up for me is the Classic, and that's a trophy that I really want. So I'm going to shift focus as soon as I walk off this stage and try to bring that one home.
You've been close before. I look forward to seeing you on that stage in Fort Worth. He is an Elite Series rookie, fishing his first semifinal Saturday from Arkansas. Get loud for Bo Browning. Had a big day yesterday. Went into today with 38 pounds and 12 ounces. 5 fish to add to that here today. 8 pounds, 13 ounces. He moves into 12th place with 47 pounds and 9 ounces. So a little short of Championship Sunday. But, man, to be here in semifinal Saturday, got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, man. You know, Florida's such a place that you have to survive in an elite season. That swing down here, just you got to get through it. You got to get your points that you can. And, it's so volatile down here, so having that big day yesterday to kind of carry my tournament, carry me a good finish into the rest of the season, that's everything I could ask for. You know, the good Lord blessed me a lot yesterday, and He blessed us today. We got out there and back safe, so, I mean, not much I could really ask for. I'm still on cloud 9, you know, with this whole deal and being here on semifinal Saturday, so I'm going to get ready and actually go to Kentucky Lake and fish a Bass Open with my dad.
All right, well, good luck there. We look forward to seeing you as the Elite Series continues. Florida, I know you're going to get loud for one of your very own. A 7-time Classic qualifier, 2-time Bassmaster winner from DeBerry, Florida, John Cox. 37 pounds and 10 ounces to start the day today. He needs 10, 11 to get inside the cut currently. More to stay there. 11 pounds, 6 ounces. He moves into 8th place with 49 pounds even, and after a top 10 last week and being pretty close to one here this week, I mean, pretty good Florida swing.
Yeah, I mean, God, I wanted to catch them today so bad, and it just didn't work out. Just, you know, I was kind of hoping to get 1 or 2 big bites, and it just didn't happen today. But, man, yeah, thrilled to have made it, you know, through Florida like that. It can go really bad here in a hurry. But, man, I'm excited. What do we got? We got the Bassmaster Classic next, so that'll be can't wait for that. And, man, I'm gonna go run home and see the kids and the wife for a couple hours and then head to Santee.
Well, safe travels. Say hello to them, and we'll see you at the Classic. He is a 2-time Elite Series champion, a former Bass Nation national champion from Connecticut, Paul Mueller. Paul Mueller had 33 pounds, 10 ounces to start the day today. 5 fish to add to that here on semifinal Saturday. 10 pounds, 8 ounces puts him in 16th place. So going to leave town with some great points and a decent payday.
Yeah, today was one of those days where I was going to try to get a limit and then go somewhere else, and then the wind just died down. I figured I was better off just being in the area I was at because there was big fish there. I just couldn't get them to bite after. I caught 5 fish all day. So in the past, I've made gambles on day 3, and it's hurt me a lot for points. And what I've learned, if you're going to make the Classic against these guys, you cannot do that unless you really think you're going to catch them the 3rd day. So conservative fishing today. As much as I hate to, I would have loved to catch a big bag because there's big bags out there, but this place is tough. It's the water level's coming down. The fishing guys obviously figured them out. They adjusted for it, and that's why they're the best. I didn't, and I just survived. So I'm happy for that. I enjoy fishing this place, man, because at any cast you can catch the biggest fish you ever caught. That 11.8 was awesome just to see it, and I've never caught one that big. I was hoping I was going to catch one that today like that. My son said, catch a 12. He said last night, he's like, the bass get to 11.8 because like in Connecticut, 8-pounder is like a unicorn. I said, yeah, they do. He's like, well, catch a 12 then. I said, all right, well, we'll try. But I didn't get it done. Maybe next time I'll catch a 12.
Always great to have you here. His second season on the Bassmaster Elite Series. It's Doobie time. Let me hear it for Tim Doobie. 33 pounds even at the start of the day today. Unfortunately, the wheels fell off the bus a little bit here on semifinal Saturday. 2 fish today. 4 pounds, 3 ounces. So a tough final day. But, man, if it's going to go wrong, you want it to go wrong today when you're guaranteed payday.
I'm certainly proud of those 2 fish. I worked very hard for them, even though they only weighed 4 pounds. Yeah, definitely. If you're going to have a bad day, it's better to have a bad day on day 3 or day 4. But huge shout out to this crowd. This is absolutely unbelievable. You guys really showed out today, so really appreciate you guys coming out. Without you guys, this sport would be nothing. So, really appreciate that, guys, and on to the next one.
We're looking forward to seeing you all season long. Congrats on a good one. A 4-time Bassmaster winner from Longview, Texas, Lee Livesey. Lee Livesey had 29 pounds and 9 ounces to start the day today. 5 fish to add to that. 29.9 to start the day. 5 to add to that. 14.1 puts him in 17th place currently with 43 pounds, 10 ounces. But Lee, I talked to you right after weigh-in, and you were literally vibrating. I mean, yesterday's big rally has got you in this position, so you got to feel pretty good about how things worked out this week.
Yeah, I'm good at screwing up one day, and that's what I did the first day here and the second day at St. John's. But proud of that, man. I did the same thing today, ran down there to Pelican Bay and caught a whole bunch of fish. I probably caught 30 again today, just not a lot of big ones. Okeechobee is one of my favorite lakes in the world. This place is full of fish. It amazes me every time. Man, just power fishing shallow. The crappie fishermen here, the crowd right here. Okeechobee is definitely one of my favorite lakes in the world. Thank y'all so much for coming out. I'm headed to the house. Be back in Texas soon.
Safe travels. We'll see you down the road. He is the 2022 Bassmaster Classic champion from Dry Creek, Oklahoma, Jason Christie. Jason Christie went in today with 34 pounds and 4 ounces. He's 14.6 to get in the cut, one short of his limit, 15 pounds, 12 ounces in the cut right now, in 7th place currently with 50 pounds even. Let's hear it for Jason Christie. Gonna weigh that one for Phoenix Boats Big Bass of the day. Needs to be better than 7 pounds, 5 ounces. 7 pounds, 11 ounces. So you take over Phoenix Boats Big Bass of the day. And I know that 5th fish is probably haunting you a little bit. We'll see how this all shakes out, but definitely close.
Yeah, it was. I made some poor decisions this week. The first day I didn't have anything until just like the last few minutes. I pulled in and caught 2 good ones. Yesterday I kind of set on them good. And then today I was just flipping a woolly bug in the spawning area, and I just thought they weren't biting. And finally I came to a familiar place. I'm like, nah, this water's fell out. But like an idiot, I stayed there till 1:30 and bailed and went and caught 2 big ones. And even if I don't make it, I made up a lot of points today. And missing the Classic this year for the first time, that was a big move for me. So, yeah, I just picked the skeeter up and ran, and first good-looking water I shut down, had 2 big bites, and honestly, I thought I was going to catch 30 pounds for a little bit, but didn't happen.
Good tournament, whatever way it works out. Hope you sneak into the top 10. We'll find out at the end of the weigh-in. A 2-time Classic qualifier from North Carolina, KJ Queen. KJ Queen had 26 pounds, 14 ounces as of this morning. Looks like a decent day of fishing here today. Needs 21.13 to get inside the cut. 5 fish here today, 16 pounds, 5 ounces. He moves into 21st place with 43 pounds and 3 ounces. Let me hear it for KJ Queen. KJ, decent tournament again this week.
Yeah, I'll take it for sure, man. Anytime you come to Florida, like I said yesterday, it's either feast or famine, and be able to squeeze by, I'll take it for sure. Definitely need the points, and it was a fun time out there today. Actually, I caught a lot of fish. Figured them out just a little bit too late. Had about 10, 15 minutes left, and called 3 times at the end, but didn't get my other 2 extra calls that I needed. But it's still a fun day. I caught all my fish on a Zoom speedworm this week, a Magnum speedworm, and just fishing around lily pads and covering a lot of water. And that's the game plan.
Worked out pretty good. A good payday, and we look forward to seeing you all season long. A 2-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion from Chattanooga, Tennessee, Buddy Gross. Buddy Gross at 23 pounds, 6 ounces, went out as our bubble boy in 50th place, so only can move up. A great position to be in. 5 fish here today, 7 pounds, 8 ounces, moves into 27th place currently and snuck into that pay cut.
Yes, that was a blessing. Lord bless us on that one. It's been a long time. I think it's been 4th last year since I made a cut, so we needed the money, get down the road, but I would like to say thank you to my family and my sponsors. Everything changed a lot this year with the way the economy is and stuff, but it's good to be here. Great crowd. Thank y'all.
We love having you here. He's a 2-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Del Rio, Texas, Ray Hanselman Jr. Ray Hanselman had 24 pounds and 14 ounces to start the day today. 5 fish to add to that here today. 11 pounds, 3 ounces, puts you in 27th place currently. So we're going to pay you to leave town, and that's not a bad thing.
No, it was good. I really like South Florida, but I'm headed west. I got to get back to Texas, see my family, and watch the Rams play baseball, and my little one in golf tournament. But caught most of my fish this week flipping a Renault tackle bug head. It's a line through jig head that you can put a creature bait on, double weed guard or titanium weed guard, and gets in those reeds. And I never lost a fish, but I didn't hook enough big ones to have a great tournament. But I'm sure glad to be fishing on Saturday.
Always great to have you here. Safe travels home. He's a Bassmaster Open winner, a 2-time Classic qualifier from Cooperstown, New York, Kyle Patrick. 26 pounds and 11 ounces to start the day today. Looks like a decent day of fishing here for Kyle Patrick. 13 pounds, 7 ounces, puts you in 23rd place currently with 40 pounds and 2 ounces. Oh. 40 pounds and 2 ounces puts him in 23rd place. So a good one after a tough one last week.
Man, I'm so happy, Dave, just to be able to make a 50 cut. Florida's my nemesis. It seems like I can't figure out how to consistently catch them, but thanks to that 6-pounder, I think we'll gain maybe a few points today, but if not, I had a great day, and thank you all for coming out. It's an awesome crowd. Wow, look at that. First time I looked up. Appreciate it, guys.
Look around. Enjoy life.
Yeah,
look forward to seeing you at the Bassmaster Classic. He's a 3-time Bassmaster winner from Maryland. Get loud for Brian Schmidt. 23 pounds, 10 ounces, sitting in 50th place right now, but going to move up. 5 fish to add to that. 23.10 after 2 days. 11.8 puts you in 29th place with 35 pounds and 2 ounces. Let's hear it for Brian Schmidt, a 3-time Bassmaster winner, 2 of those elites and 1 of those a Bassmaster Open. So not so bad.
Not bad. Not a bad week. We got blessed to even make the cut. We caught a big one late, slid in there.
caught a nice one today pretty early, just didn't put anything with it.
Well, nothing to be ashamed of. You're leaving Florida with a good payday.
Florida, 2 cuts, good start to the season. You know, it's just a simple approach, just winding around, real shallow water, and then flipping a D-bomb into mats. And also I was taking a Missile Baits quiver worm, cutting the tail off and putting a Floatzilla tail capsule on. So guys, it's a lot of pressure in these small areas. The tail capsule helps float the tail up. And when they're spawning, it drives them nuts. So it was a big deal for me. Hey, on to the Classic.
We look forward to seeing you there. Safe travels. A 2-time Elite Series champion from Greenwood, South Carolina, the COBB, Brandon Cobb. 27 pounds and 5 ounces to start the day today. 5 fish to add to that here today. 11 pounds, 3 ounces gives you 38.8. And he moves into 26th place currently. $38 pounds and 8 ounces and puts you in 26th place. So a good payday here this week.
Yeah, wasn't a bad week. I got a couple big bites, and that's what you have to do here. I didn't get one yesterday, got that one decent one today, and a real big one first day. So kind of what I was doing, I knew was I'd never really found them, so I knew I was going to need a little luck, and had a little bit of luck, enough to make the cut. So can't complain. I caught a ton of fish this week on little top waters, then was trying to catch big ones on a chatterbait, and got 2 of them anyway. Needed a couple more, but we got a couple weeks off now. I got to go fish Santee next week, and then getting ready for the next one, North Carolina. I'll be at the Classic hanging out too.
Looking forward to seeing you there. Always great to have you up here. He's the 2019 Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year from Alabama. Get loud for Scott Canterbury. Scott Canterbury had 25 pounds even coming into today. It's a big day to get inside the top 10, looking for 23 pounds, 11 ounces, 23 pounds, 4 ounces, just short of the top 10, moves into 13th place with 48 pounds and 4 ounces. I'm going to hold him high for you, Okeechobee. Let me hear it for Scott Canterbury. 48 pounds and 4 ounces, puts you in 13th place currently. Close to that top 10.
Yeah, really close, and that was the goal today, is to make as many points as I could. But, yesterday I was pretty proud to catch 7 pounds something yesterday. At 1 o'clock I had 3 pounds, so I did finish out my limit yesterday. And then today, my camera guy last night asked me, man, which were you going to do tomorrow? And I said, I think in the morning I'm just going to go straight across the lake to South Bay and put my trolling motor down and fish till about 2:30 and then come back. We had about a 15-mile-an-hour wind this morning out of the north, so I said, I'm not going to even do that. I just turned right and fished up here on the north end. So it was a lot of fun. I just went fishing, and, I ran that Yamaha show with a skeeter all over this place. I circled the lake yesterday after going to J&S, so I've got to look at all of it. It's been fun. It's been a great week. Got some points, and hopefully we can keep moving on. And I've just stayed with it today. I covered as much water as I could, running those lithium batteries down. Impulse Lithium makes great batteries, and, I ran them all over the place with that power pole move trolling motor, and that's just fishing as hard as I could. And another thing is I've been fishing. I made a change this year, and I'm fishing with chaotic rods. And at the end of the day, fishing with those super light rods, they're just like a feather in your hand. I don't even get tired anymore. So, I never really thought about it before, but I'm getting to the age where I need that.
Well, glad it worked out for you. A 2-time Bassmaster winner, once in the Opens, once in the Elite Series from Wisconsin. Let me hear it for Caleb Kufal. 27 pounds, 15 ounces for Caleb Kufal after 2 days of competition. 5 fish to add to that here today. 8 pounds, 12 ounces puts him in 29th place with 36.11, but you made it to the top 50, so nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really happy with that. After the practice I had a couple days where I hardly got a bite. So found one kind of little area, and that's where I spent my tournament. I think it finally went dry today, but, made another cut here in Florida, 2 cuts to start the year, get some points toward the Classic. I'm happy.
Always great to have you here. He's a Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Auburn, Alabama. Let me hear it for Logan Parks. After this, his next Bassmaster event will be his very first Bassmaster Classic. 23 pounds, 13 ounces to start the day today. 5 fish to add to that here on semifinal Saturday. 15 pounds, 14 ounces. He moves into 25th place at the Champion Power Equipment Bassmaster Elite on Lake Okeechobee. Let's hear it for Logan Parks. So, Logan, a decent tournament.
Yeah, man, I just kept my head down, fished all day, fished my butt off. I finally quit being dumb and just threw braid. Been losing these fish. These fish pull so hard here. You set the hook on a 2-pounder and he's 20 feet from where you set the hook on him. So I got tired of losing them, put braid on last night, caught everything I hooked. Caught that big 5-pounder. That was big time. Had a fun time, man. I'm just stoked to be fishing on Saturday in Florida. This crowd is amazing. I got to give a big shout out to my buddy Blake Milligan. He's in the hospital right now. I fished with him at Auburn University in college, and he had a bad accident and blew out his knee and hurt his leg real bad. He's fishing the Opens, trying to qualify to make the Elite Series, and it's not looking like he's going to make the next few Opens this season. He's going to be doing some tough rehab, so we're thinking about you, Blake, praying for you, buddy. Love you, man. And, Florida swing was good, man.
Our thoughts and prayers are with your buddy for a speedy recovery, and we'll see you at the Bassmaster Classic. A 4-time Classic qualifier, a former collegiate champion from Ava, Missouri, Cody Huff. Cody Huff had 28 pounds and 7 ounces after 2 days of competition. On our final 20 anglers to weigh in here today, 8 pounds, 8 ounces puts you in 30th place currently. Fortunately, not going to be fishing championship Sunday, and I don't know if it makes you feel better or what, but John Garrett came up here and said, you probably the only reason that he may be fishing championship Sunday.
Well, I'm glad he went ahead and told everybody that I'm too silly to fish the good spot. But, you know what? I'm tickled he made it. I owed him one anyway from Lake Wheeler last year, so I hope he goes out there and cracks him again tomorrow. But it's been a fun week, but I'm ready to go back to the house. Thanks for all the warm weather, guys.
Thanks for a great 2-week swing. He's a 2-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion all the way from Japan. Get loud for Takumi Ito. Takumi Ito had 24 pounds, 2 ounces. Looks like a good day here today for Takumi. 5 fish, 20 pounds even. Moves them all the way up to 18th place with 44 pounds and 2 ounces. Let's hear it for the 5-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, Takumi Ito. 44 pounds and 2 ounces. Takumi, 20 pounds today. Oh, yeah. A good day.
Yeah, very good day. So I usually, every year I'm not good Florida fishing because the Florida bass is very tricky. But this year and last year, December start now, I fish in, I think 3 weeks. I fish in Florida, and I learned to many kind of lakes, St. John's, Harriston, and Okeechobee. And Okeechobee is a pre-practice and 10 days. I every day running and how to catch. And right now I catch 20 pounds, so very, very awesome day.
Why are Florida bass so tricky?
I don't know. So I like smallmouth fishing, so Taku likes always smallmouth. Smallmouth more easy, so smallmouth swimming, cast a bait, easy bite, so very, very fun. But Florida bass, always, I try to cast, but no bite, just a chasing. Very, very smart. So I don't know why, but always Florida bass is like a cat. So cat, yes, so cat, kitty, kitty, guff, guff. So, dog always very, very, so smart. Dog always, so hello, so very, very, kind, yes. But cat, yes, bite and, bro, so yes.
What was that noise again?
Cat?
Yeah, what does they do?
Yeah. Yeah. So Florida bass like a cat. Very tricky.
Okay. You're very tricky yourself. I underestimate your sneakiness. Let's hear it for Takumi Ito. A 5-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Newcomerstown, Ohio. Get loud for Hunter Shryock. 24 pounds and 11 ounces for Hunter. 5 fish to add to that here today. 8 pounds, 14 ounces. He moves into 36th place with 33.9. And I don't know whether I learned more or less from Takumi there, but it was very entertaining. How do you explain Florida bass?
I tell you what, I fished in this river for the last 3 days, and I started here this morning, and I love the crappie fishermen. I love all of our anglers fishing in there, but I'm like, I got to get out of here. I'm like, there's a whole big lake out there, so I went and ran my Icon 20-some miles away just because I was in 41st place. All I got to do is go up. I can't really fall back. Didn't happen, but that's Florida fishing, though. We're all anticipating what's going to happen, and we keep thinking something's going to come. Something's going to come because it's 1 or 2 bites, and your whole day changes. So, man, it's still a fun week. I love this place. I love fishing in Florida. Appreciate everybody coming out. And, man, I actually started with Brandon Palaniuk right up there beside of him, and guess what Hunter was doing?
Not staying there? I don't know.
I was going down the bank. They're out in the middle just catching 10-pounders, and I'm going down the bank. So I guess the lesson here is go fish out in the middle.
All right. Well, we're learning. He's a former Bass Nation national champion from Hawaii. Say aloha to Matty Wong. Matty Wong, 28 pounds and an ounce. After 2 days of competition, 5 fish to add to that here today. 9 pounds even. He moves into 31st place with 37 pounds and an ounce, and maybe becomes the first ever Elite Series pro actually singing their song while he weighs in. You set a lot of records. First person to sing their song up here, and the first person to hold them upside down. Congratulations. Been a big week.
Yeah, or that could have been right side up. Just however you want to look at it.
Not according to 101 other pros.
I guess so. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little different.
A little?
I'll take it. Look at this crowd. Give you guys a round of applause for coming out and supporting us. Seriously. And, yeah, it was a long paddle to get here from Hawaii, but, it's special down here in Florida. You guys got so many gators down here. I got to try some of that for the first time. What is it, like a popcorn gator or whatever, like? But I swear, when I was running down the slough, my mouth starts watering because I know how tasty those things are now. But
everything is when you deep fry it. I mean, Spam is.
Spam's just delicious raw.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, I'm from Hawaii, bro. That's the thing. You can't knock the Spam ever. But either way, I had a great time. I really needed to turn my mindset around. Last week was a S show, and this week a lot better. Stoked to be in the top 10 day one, and then just kind of didn't keep it rolling. Was around some fish. Bob Downey caught them with me in there, so that was cool. But yeah, Okeechobee is a special place, an incredible fishery, and y'all like your crappie so much. It's insane. Running in, man, there was 50 crappie boats. It's like Armageddon just trying to get through the channel. But that was super fun. But I want to special shout out to everyone that supports me, all my sponsors, everyone back home in Hawaii, the Ventura County Bass Club, and every one of you guys. Again, mahalo.
Much mahalo. Always great to have you here. 35 down, 15 more to go. Let's bring out your defending champion from Raceland, Louisiana, Tyler Rivette. Tyler Rivette had 24 pounds and 4 ounces to start the day today. Took the title the last time the Elite Series was here. 5 fish for 16.8, puts him in 25th place with 40 pounds and 12 ounces. Want to remind everybody we'll be bringing out our top 10 to finish off this weigh-in, so make sure you stick around and get really loud for the 10 anglers that will be fishing on Championship Sunday. And unfortunately, this time around, Tyler, you're not going to be part of that top 10, but, man, any other good finish here in Okeechobee?
I'll take it, man. I'd love to live here or just come here every day, but it's 11 hours from my house. But this lake means so much to me, especially from last year. Last time we were here when I won, I just get the chills every time I get out on the water. And the coolest part about this tournament was this morning, I was passing by the spot I won on up the river. I was like, you know what? Let me go make a cast on it. My first cast, I caught that biggest one. I was like, they're here. They're here. And I was like, I'm about to do it again. And that was it, though. They didn't have no more. But, so yeah, there's no more fish there. If y'all want to know, I think there's no more. I stayed there for another hour and a half. Didn't catch anything, but I caught everything this week on the scope stick, the trick stick, my big bite bait, just flipping it on the bank. And, man, it's just a fun week. I did not think it'd be one twice in the river after last time. And man, I'm wrong, but y'all have an awesome place, especially for the Sakale. Y'all got some people out there, and if y'all really want to catch them, just put a scope stick on the 100 series size and just go down the bank throwing it, and you catch 100 of them. I've caught probably 30 of them today on it, and they're all over 1.5 pounds. So that's another little tip y'all need. Y'all don't need the bobbers, just go down the bank. But also thanks my fiance coming all the way down with me, spending the time. We got the whole year together, and we're getting married this year, and I can't wait.
Congratulations. Look forward to seeing you down the road. He's a 9-time Classic qualifier, 3-time Bassmaster winner, 3-time TTBC champion from Huntington, Texas, Keith Combs. Keith Combs had 24 pounds and 2 ounces to start the day today. 5 fish to add to that here today. 7 pounds, 6 ounces, so a tough final day, but it is payday.
It is payday, yeah. It's, you know, I knew it was going to be a grinder. The area I'm in just seemed like it was going to turn on, and it just seems like less fish are coming in there every day. The water's falling, you know, and I can see in practice the eelgrass that's in there was just under the surface. Now it's a mat, so it's falling 6 or 8 inches, and I guess that's why they don't want to show up. But, you know, it's Okeechobee. You never know what's going to happen. You can go out with low expectations and end up with 30 pounds on this place. It's just one of the, to me, it's probably the ultimate tournament lake, not just because it's got big bass and a great crowd, thank y'all, but you know, it changes every time. So you come here one year and it's a different kind of lake when you come back, and that's what's cool about Okeechobee. It's always changing, and this year they're catching them in a totally different area than I would ever think about, and I've been coming here for 20 years, so that's what makes it pretty cool. I enjoy coming here, and I want to come back next year.
We love having you here, and I sure hope we're back here next year myself. Out of a second-place finish last week, a 2-time Bassmaster winner from Wisconsin, Jay Securat. Jay Securat had 24 pounds and 12 ounces to start the day today. 5 fish to add to that. 15 pounds, 8 ounces. He moves into 26th place with 40 pounds and 4 ounces. So a couple of great Florida events for Jay here this week, these last 2 weeks. 40 pounds and 4 ounces puts you in 26th place. So a great trip down here to Florida.
Yeah, I'll take it. 2 Florida cuts with almost winning the last tournament. Couldn't ask for anything better for the first two tournaments. I want to shout out my brother and his girlfriend came out. They live in Florida now, so they came to watch me weigh in. Got a little family here today, and everybody watching back home. Couldn't be happier again with these 2 tournaments. Thank you guys for all coming out, and looking forward to the Classic next.
Looking forward to seeing you there. It's going to be a fun one. He's the 2023 Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year from Alabama, Stone Cold Kyle Welcher. Kyle Welcher had 29 pounds and 3 ounces to start the day. 5 fish to add to that here today. For the 3-time Classic qualifier, 9 pounds, 12 ounces, puts you in 31st place currently with 38 pounds and 15 ounces. 38-15 and moved into 31st place right now, so not a bad week.
You know, definitely not, especially after last week. I came into this one with a little bit of a different mindset of just trying to get some points, kind of get the year back on track, and I'd say we did it, but I felt like we kind of got into a rhythm this week, and now we got a long break before the next one. So I'd really like to fish another Elite Series next week, but, you know, hopefully we'll keep the streak going and go into Pasquotank and catch them.
Looking forward to seeing you there. Safe travels. A 2-time Bassmaster winner from South Carolina. Get loud for Brian New. Brian New had 24 pounds and 9 ounces to start the day today. Took a win just up the road on the St. Johns River to kick off his Elite Series career. 12 pounds and 10 ounces puts him in 33rd place currently with 37 pounds and 3 ounces. Going to hold a few high for you, Okeechobee. 37-3 and sitting in 33rd place. So it's always good to be here in semifinal Saturday.
Yeah, on day one, I think that was Thursday, I was sitting in 96th place. So I caught a couple more bass since then. They were slightly bigger. And, after 96th on day one, just to make the cut is definitely a blessing in itself. But I tell you what, Eric Church is screaming to me, calling me home. Carolina, I'm ready to go see my babies, see my old lady. And, yeah, I don't know what else, but I'm going to do those.
Safe travels. He's an Elite Series rookie from Georgia. Let me hear it for Paul Marks. I promise I was not laughing at you. 5 fish here today. 26 pounds, 15 ounces start the day. Today, 15 pounds, 12 ounces. He moves into 24th place with 42 pounds, 11 ounces. 9 anglers left to weigh in. And then we'll be bringing out our top 10. So don't go anywhere, Okeechobee. We're going to find out who's fishing on Championship Sunday. Unfortunately, it's not you this time around, Paul, but a good one here on semifinal Saturday.
For sure. After St. John's, I didn't make the top 50 cut, and I was actually working at the event on Saturday for Yamaha, and I didn't want to miss another one of these. The crowd's awesome. It was a ton of fun. I had a ton of fun out here today. I caught a ton of fish all day. It was a lot of fun.
We love having you in the Elite Series.
I got a lot of good sponsors out there. I haven't had the chance to name them all yet, but I got good people behind me. Thank you.
We're thankful for them and thankful to have you here. A 3-time Classic qualifier from Bowmanville, Ontario, Canada, Cooper Gallant. Coop just snuck inside the top 50. When he weighed in yesterday, he thought he was heading home, but we kept him around for another day. Had 24-9. 5 fish to add to that here today. 12-12 moves into 34th place with 37 pounds and 5 ounces. Let me hear it for Cooper Gallant. 37 pounds and 5 ounces. So a decent one, especially when I, joked that you thought you were out of here during weigh-in yesterday.
Yeah, after I weighed in, I had 4 pounds yesterday, and I had a good bag day one, and that's what carried me to fish today. But, I was up 200% certain I wasn't fish today, so I was thankful I could just get out today and go have some fun. I love Florida. Thanks, everyone, for coming out, and looking forward to hanging out tonight, spending a few more days here in Florida before going back home to the cold. But, man, we got a little bit of a break, and then the Bassmaster Classic. Cannot wait for that. And, man, just thankful to be on this stage, and we'll see you guys at the next one. Thank you, everyone.
Safe travels. Going to be a fun classic. His first season on the Bassmaster Elite Series, a former Bassmaster Open winner from Eagle, Idaho, Cody Meyer. 28 pounds and 15 ounces to start the day today. 5 fish to add to that. 12 pounds, 2 ounces puts him in 26th place with 41 pounds and an ounce. Digging deep in that Crush City weighing bag. Got a little something to show you, ladies and gentlemen. 41-1 and in 26th place, so a pretty decent week.
You know what? And you got my name right. So
it's a tough one.
It is. It's Cody, but I am
with a C.
With a C, which is crazy. I don't know. I got a story for you about that. Now we're speaking about my name. So, believe it or not, my parents loved Hank Williams Jr., and my name was going to be Bocephus. Wouldn't that have been a horrible name?
I would have loved that. That would have been so much fun to introduce.
It would have been Bocephus. They had shirts made and everything, and my grandpa moved to South Dakota, and my mom cried the whole way when she was pregnant with me, all the way to South Dakota and all the way back.
Hey, guess what? We got a microphone, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not slow down. Let's bring out an Elite Series champion from Springville, Alabama. Let me hear for the little ball of hate, Wes Logan. That was awkward, Wes. Awkward. What could have been worse? You could have been out here.
I'm about to say, yeah, it could be a lot worse.
28 pounds, 15 ounces. 5 fish to add to that here today. 17 pounds, 13 ounces. Gives him 46-12. And he moves into 16th place. Not going to be fishing on Sunday, but a good finish for the little ball of hate, Wes Logan. And I've never been more excited to see him come on stage, because that means we're actually back in business.
Yeah, we got it back roll. We got the wheels back on. It was a little hectic back there for a second. Everybody went to run it. I didn't know what was going on. But yeah, it was a good week. This place has kind of been a thorn in my side, but I was actually able to junk fish in Florida, which is kind of, unique. You normally have to settle down in an area, and I was running a long way the first 2 days and running that Falcon Yamaha across the lake, and today I was like, I'm going to change it up because I thought I'd ran out of fish, and I went and swam my jig and caught probably 30 and had a real good time. But just want to give a shout out to Arc Fishing. They're one of my main sponsors. I have a Signature Series rod with them and a Signature Series jig. Caught everything I weighed in on it today, but they're local here. They're over in Port St. Lucie. So if you're in any of the tackle stores, just be sure and check them out, and we'll see y'all next time. Appreciate it.
Always great to have you here. A 4-time Classic qualifier Bassmaster Open winner from Mount Carmel, Tennessee, David Mullins. David Mullins had 24 pounds and 2 ounces start today. 4 fish to add to that here today. 9 pounds, 5 ounces puts you in 46 with 33.7. So you thought you were out of this when you weighed in yesterday, so a little better than that.
Yeah. Well, if the wheels are going to come off, you want it to come off on day 3 when you're guaranteed a check, and that's pretty much what happened today. So we took a gamble and risked some areas, and just kind of because we had nothing to lose. We're coming in at 47. I had 3 points to lose, so we took some risk and didn't work out. But hey, we're here on the 3rd day in front of a great crowd. Thank y'all for coming out. This is an awesome crowd. We love coming down here, and we hope we come back.
Always great to have you here. Safe travels. He's the 2023 Bassmaster Opens EQ Angler of the Year from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, JT Tompkins. JT Tompkins had 25 pounds, 11 ounces. 5 fish to add to that here today. 6 pounds, 13 ounces puts him in 47th place with 32.8. So tough day today, but going to get you paid and get you some points.
Oh, yeah, that's the important thing. Get paid, get points, and move on to your next event. And that's what we're going to do. Had a great time in Florida. Weather's been awesome. People have been awesome. This town is amazing. Okeechobee is one of the founding places of bass fishing, and being here is just a great time. So I've enjoyed every minute of it. And thank you to all my sponsors. D's Baits, I've been throwing a Wormzilla and a Crawl Hog. Those have been my go-tos. Swim jigs, flipping, and Carolina Rig. Those have been the go-tos. And then Outcast Tackle, been throwing a Jackpot jig. It's my signature series. It's awesome. If y'all guys are wanting to throw a swim jig in Florida, that's the jig for you. And then also Camus and Mercury. I've been beating the boat to crap. And all these fish are super shallow, trying to get your boat on plane. The boat planes off super shallow. It runs fast. It handles rough water. It's the best all-around boat up. And Mercury, I haven't had any issues all year, and it's a great motor, and I'm super happy to be with those guys.
So we'll be happy to have you here. We look forward to seeing the Bassmaster Classic. Next up, we have a 6-time Classic qualifier and Elite Series champion from Georgia, Drew Cook. Had 25 pounds, 12 ounces. 5 fish to add to that here today. Five fish for 7 pounds, 7 ounces. Puts you in 47th place. You don't want to hold one up?
No, I'm good. I did work hard for them, but they're not picture worthy. But today I went looking, and I found a great big one. Probably, I told my camera guy it was either, if the male was a 1-pounder, it was a 10-pounder. If the male was a 2.5, she's a 13. And I caught the male; he was a 2.5-pounder, and she was every bit of 12 pounds. Fished for her from 12 o'clock to 2:55. Threw the male back, had 4 bass. Stopped in a place, made 2 casts with 4 minutes to spare. Caught a 12-incher, a pounder, but it almost worked out. It was really cool. But living on this lake, I don't know how y'all do it, but you got to have one of them Yamahas. I was getting up on plane in 1.1 feet of water,
just dogging it, getting out of the hole. I don't know if my prop's going to be any good after this deal, but I was able to get it on pad and get in. So, looked pretty decent 2 weeks. Got one more tournament, leave tonight, head to Santee Cooper. So, we're going to fish that one and then see y'all in Texas at the Classic.
See you at the Super Bowl of bass fishing. He is a 3-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, 2-time Bass Nation National Champion, Elite Series champion from Alabama, Will Davis Jr. Started today with 39 pounds and 5 ounces, looking for 20 pounds, 15 ounces to take the lead. 5 fish, 14-1, moves into 5th place with 53 pounds and 6 ounces. So Will Davis Jr. is going to be fishing on Championship Sunday. So, Will, not going to take the lead, but you know you're fishing on Championship Sunday, and it's been a pretty special week for you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I feel blessed to make it. Anytime you make the top 10 against these jokers, it's a good tournament. I found a lot of good fish today, and I knew I had to catch a giant bag, and I got on that Minn Kota Quest and just put her on high and started looking, and I'd run past them and mark them and just keep on going. I'd come back 5 or 10 minutes later, but I found 2 over 8 today, and one about 6, and a couple other ones. But they all got males, and they're doing their deal and all that stuff, and they're so hard to get to bite. So tomorrow, I hope they bite, and it could be a one of those special days. So just gotta wait and see.
Seen it before, and we'll see him during our top 10 intros. He's your day one leader, a Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Millville, New Jersey, GDP, Greg DiPalma. 48 pounds and 5 ounces to start the day today. He's got 5 fish, looking for 11-15 to take the lead. 5 fish all alive, 14 pounds and 9 ounces. He is your tournament leader with 42 pounds and 14 ounces. Let me hear it for Greg DiPalma. 62 pounds, 14 ounces, obviously being anchored by that 29-12 on day one. An incredible day, but man, an incredible tournament, and you're going to get an opportunity to fish in Championship Sunday, and we have learned anything can happen.
Yeah, we definitely have learned that. To come to Florida for me to get top 10, that's huge because it's very tough here most of the time for me, so I'm super excited about that. The past 2 days for me, the first day was absolutely special, but yesterday and today, I just made some crazy good calls. I decided to leave there again today because it wasn't happening for me. I ran down all the way, got a limit real quick in 20 minutes, came all the way back through about 20 casts, caught a 7-pounder. I said, well, we're good to go. So I'm real happy about that one. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. It's going to be a big mountain to climb to pass somebody. But like you said, anything can happen.
You're going to have the opportunity, and that's the most important thing. Our final angler to weigh in, a 13-time Classic qualifier, a 6-time Bassmaster winner from Rathdrum, Idaho, the prodigy Brandon Palaniuk. He is the mountain that he spoke of. 58 pounds and an ounce to start the day. He's got 5 fish, needs 4 pounds, 14 ounces to take the lead. 23 pounds even, 23 pounds, and with 81 pounds and an ounce, the prodigy is once again leading the champion power equipment Bassmaster Elite on Lake Okeechobee. Once again, Palaniuk punishes them, and he is fishing on Championship Sunday. Obviously, you're going to lead the pack. You are the mountain that they're going to have to climb. But in a tournament where everybody went into this event saying, Okeechobee, it's a weird time. They're lower in the water. It's going to be better in the future. But right now it's fishing weird. No chance of a Century Club, and you are knocking on the door of another one of those belts.
Yeah, it took me like 13 years to get my first Century belt. I'd like to add another one. What an unreal week it's been. And I hadn't thought about this till you mentioned the water dropping. The very first Elite Series event I won was in 2012, and it was on Bull Shoals, and they were dropping the water. And it had dropped 7 feet in like 2 weeks, and I caught them on a deep crankbait. The water's been dropping here for almost 7 weeks, and I'm catching them, a lot of them on a crankbait. Catching them on all kinds of stuff, but I mean, the irony in that's incredible.
That tournament, you also hooked yourself in the hand, had to go to the ER during the tournament. And today, you hooked yourself in the face. So there's a lot of similarity.
I did. I've got a scar on the lip to prove it. For those of you that maybe didn't see, I hooked a big one. It was my biggest one at the time. It had one hook, one treble hook in the corner of its mouth, and I didn't want to lose it. So when it came up by the boat, I scooped that thing up, and I did not care where it landed as long as it was in the boat. Well, it turns out it landed in my face. And there were a lot more treble hooks. One went in my lip, it ripped out, and then it got stuck in my face. I had to take my sun gator off, cut holes in that to get the treble hooks out. It was a little bit of a train wreck today. But we'll keep the wheels on the track tomorrow and try to finish this thing out.
Love to see it happen for you. Let's hear it for your tournament leader, Brandon Palaniuk. We will bring him out in just a couple of minutes as we bring out our top 10. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you ready to meet your top 10? Come on, Okeechobee, Florida, you got to do better than that. We started with 102. 50 went out today, but only 10 remain. Are you ready? He is the youngest Elite Series qualifier in history. He is the youngest Elite Series champion in history. He is a Bassmaster Century Club member from Illinois. Get loud for Trey McKinney. He is a 10-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. He is a 10-time FLW Tour winner. He is an 8-time Bassmaster winner. He is the 2022 Bassmaster Classic champion from Dry Creek, Oklahoma, Jason Christie. He's a former Bassmaster Collegiate champion. He is going to fish a classic in just a few weeks' time. Hot off his biggest season on the Bassmaster Elite Series. A 4th place finish last year in the Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year race. From Tennessee, give me a little love for Jacob Fouts. He is a 3-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. He is a Bassmaster Open winner, all the way from Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Oh, Bob Downey. He is a 3-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. He is a 3-time Bassmaster winner, the back-to-back Bass Nation National Champion. He is an Elite Series champion from Alabama, Will Davis Jr. Our next angler all the way from Japan, where he is a 6-time Japanese winner, a 4-time Japanese Angler of the Year, a 2-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, a 2-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion, all the way from Japan, Kyoya Fujita. Another week and another top 10. It's been a pretty incredible Florida swing for him. He has become the day 3 demon. Last week, weighing over 31 pounds of bass to rally into the top 10. Well, another big day today for this former Bassmaster Collegiate champion. He is an Elite Series champion from Union City, Tennessee, John Garrett. This dude knows a thing or two about big bass. As a matter of fact, he knows a thing or two about big fish. Just last year, he caught the Alabama state record bluefin tuna, 831 pounds. Well, just yesterday, he weighed in the biggest bass that has ever been weighed in Elite Series history, right here on Lake Okeechobee, 11 pounds, 8 ounces. He is a Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Alabama, David Gaston. Let's save my breath for you. That's exhausting. had the biggest bag of the tournament for day number 1, 29 pounds, 12 ounces. He is a Bassmaster Classic qualifier. He is a Bassmaster winner on the kayak tour, all the way from Millville, New Jersey. GDP, Greg DiPalma. And last but definitely not least, he is downright threatening to destroy any drama surrounded by this tournament. He is a 13-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. He's a member of the Bassmaster Century Club. He is a 6-time Bassmaster winner, a 2-time member of the Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year. From Rathdrum, Idaho, the prodigy Brandon Palaniuk. We started with 102, 50 went out today, and only 10 remain. One more time, let's hear it for your top 10. On behalf of the entire Bassmaster staff, we want to thank each and every one of you for coming out here today and cheering on our Elite Series assassins as they do battle on this fabled fishery. 10 of them remain. 1 goal lays ahead of them.